Hello everyone, it's Ant Hazuki here, and today I'm very excited to be doing an unboxing and port review of the Pheonix Wright Trilogy that was released last month on the PS4, Switch, Xbox One and PC. I'm a massive fan of this series, having played them all since the original was released on Nintendo DS way back in 2006, and I'm delighted to see the original 3 games in the series that make up this trilogy getting ported across to the new systems. So this trilogy follows the trials and tribulations, quite literally that's the name of the 3rd game in the series, of rookie defence lawyer Pheonix Wright, as he looks to defend his clients of crimes they did not commit and find the true culprit in a series of cases. The games are broken down into sections of investigations, which play like a point and click affair, before moving into the courtroom where you present evidence and find contradictions in statements in order to hopefully get your client declared not guilty. The Pheonix Wright franchise is famed for its eclectic and well thought out cast of characters, and the first 3 games represented here have some of the best in the entire series, coupled with a fantastic storyline that builds up over the course of the 3 games. Over a period of 90 hours, this will be some of the best experience you will have in any video game you're likely to play, and if the premise sounds up your street, you should definitely give this trilogy a go and support the series. All 3 games balance the fine line between the sublime and ridiculous, the serious and the funny, and I can't recommend them enough. Now, the game is available digitally on all formats, PS4, Xbox One, PC, Switch, but fans like me, I really do like to have a physical copy if one is available. Now, my chosen console this time around is PS4, as I have already got the games in handheld form for the DS and 3DS, so the added trophy support, rumble support and the novelty of getting it on a non-Nintendo platform appealed to me. Now, this series has essentially been digital only in the West since the series spin-off Miles Edgeworth Investigations sold really poorly. This is not counting Professor Layton vs Pheonix Wright, which got a physical release on the count of the higher profile of the Layton series. However, Pheonix games have always got a physical release in Japan, and this trilogy is no exception. The real positive news for fans in the West is that the Japanese versions on both PS4 and Switch includes English language for all games. In fact, it's a direct replication of the English digital download. I don't even have to change the languages in the settings in the menu. As soon as I put the game in, the PS4 switches everything to English, including trophies. If you want to get a physical copy of this game, then definitely import the Japanese version. You won't regret it. So, with regards to the port, the 3 games play exactly like the originals, with the graphics using the same HD filter technique when they were ported over to the iOS, Android and the 3DS. For the most part, considering the age of the sprites, the game was originally released in Japanese in 2001, on the Game Boy Advance no less, the HD filter on them holds up rather well, for the most part, and I do like seeing them on the big screen. But I must say, the original sprites on the DS without the HD filter had a certain charm to them. So I probably prefer those the most, but if you're new to the games, you will obviously won't know the difference. The soundtrack is also directly ported from the DS. However, rather than the compressed nature of the sound, on the PS4 version that I'm playing through a hi-fi, it sounds wonderfully crisp and clean. The best versions that I've heard these tracks. They're very good. The port also does come with some nice new features. For example, you can switch between Japanese and English in the main menu, set the transparency effects for the dialogue boxes. It allows you to skip the text, like in a modern visual novel, which is very, very useful, as well as switch on and off rumble and screen shake. It's all very nicely done. The only thing in the entire port that bothers me slightly is the words per line in the dialogue boxes. This is a limitation of the original DS engine that it runs on, and I imagine it would not have been particularly cost effective to solve, and for the most part it doesn't really bother me. Overall, this is a superb way to play the original 3 Pheonix Wright games, and I highly recommend this collection whether you buy it digitally or physically. If you want to buy it physically, you can import it from Japan. There's a multitude of places that you can get them from. I saw some good deals on Amazon Japan, and you can also import it from places such as Play Asia. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. I always appreciate a like and subscribe whilst you're here. And just to let you know, I'll be uploading a video soon of my handmade English version, physical I might add, of Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2. As most fans know, Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2 was never made available in English. It never got a translation and release in the West. However, fans did translate it into English, did a fantastic job actually. And you've been able to actually play the game via emulator for many years. But I've put together an English physical copy of the game that includes the box and working cartridge, which I'm really pleased with. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers!